Introduce Caitlin here today. Hi, you're looking good. And tell us, Caitlin, why is it that you're here, and what did you do today, and how was it?
All right. So what I did today was I taught hip hop to the junior youth. I kind of gave them a mini lecture about dance and education, dance and gender equality, and dance and health. So pretty much I kind of gave a small talk about my experiences through dance, kind of how dance is not just about, movement and being a good dancer. It's about kind of making yourself a better person, just having a better well-being behind that. So through that, I talked about, dance and education, and how the way you dance is the way you act in real life. So a choreographer told me that. He's like, what you do in dance, you do in life. And that is definitely something I want to share and kind of elaborate on that concept, where I talked about how the more hours I danced, it actually had a big effect on the way I did in school. So the more hours I danced, the better I did in school. So because of that, I worked hard in dance. I had a lot of strict training. I had to really be mentally focused and really mentally there. And so because of that, I was able to work hard in school, because how I ended up progressing as a dancer is similar to how I progressed in school and as a student. So, and then kind of the subjects I learned at Edmonds Community College, I took a lot of classes. The classes that really pertain to dance for me were sociology and then the anthropology class. A lot to do with dance.
Talk about the anthropology. So tell us how we met.
All right.
So how did you get to meet with our junior youth today?
For the anthropology class, we are doing an ethnography, which is I guess a fancy word for a report, if you will, but more specifically, it's a study of a culture. It's pretty much an essay of our observations and our study of a specific subculture, and we have 3 different options, and I chose this. I chose the Baha'i faith to study, and through that, we ended up talking a lot about dance and art, and kind of how much of a part that pertains to the Baha'i faith and the junior youth, and how it would be a good idea to talk to them, teach them to dance, talk to them about it, and that's how I ended up here.
So you ended up so let's just touch a little bit on that. So in the beginning, what you did, you served at talk a little bit about the museum and what you did there,
yeah.
And then how you ended up here.
Let's see. So pretty much, how it happened.
Well, I know it's been about 3 months, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's I guess it started. I guess I was talking about myself. That's how it started. I was talking about how much I love dance. I talked about my girls' piece that I did with my dance group Contagious, and how I took a women's studies class, and I was really inspired by the feminist movement, and so I decided to make a piece. I decided to make a piece of choreography that was influenced by that. I taught a piece to the girls in Contagious, and so to kind of teach them about empowerment and kind of how being a woman, you have so much more rights than before, and kind of equal opportunity and kind of strength, and you can be strong and you can be smart and you can embrace the way you look no matter what. And so I guess he liked the idea of that and thought it would be cool to teach the junior youth kind of about how dance pertains to the religion, and about gender equality, and then art and education, and kind of how important that is as well, and kind of bringing everything together, kind of teach them about dance.
And you sort of done over the last few months, you've interviewed quite a few Baha'is, right? Yeah, quite a few of them actually, right? And you've been here helping in the museum, which is really appreciated. And you were slaving away last night, I know, at our event. And so what I'd just like to ask you for a minute, I'm going to just move over to them for a second to see. So how did it go? How did it go today with the? Could you sit over there, because you sit right in the light there? Thank you. So just share a little bit what you do with our junior youth and how today happened.
Well, so our junior youth class, what we focus is empowering the junior youth on. We try and give them some moral guidance. We have little lessons we teach them out of the book where they kind of learn some moral and spiritual principles. And we also like to focus on some community service and some artistic endeavors when possible. And physical fitness we think is very important also. So we try and roll these all up into one class.
Yeah, so it was kind of nice to have something from the arts, wasn't it? And the fact that one of our college students studying the Baha'i faith sort of was able to integrate themselves into the junior youth. I think that was really cool, and I think by the sounds of what I'm hearing is that we might have a little bit more of that. So, so the kids, do you think the kids enjoyed it today?
Yes, definitely. Some of them are shy. They've
Yeah.
done this before. They don't want to look goofy in front of their friends. But we had some students who really stepped up and they had fun with it.
Yeah. Well, that was cool. And so, could you move that pillow for a minute? Thank you. So, tell me a little bit. What did you think? I know you were there, sitting on stage next to Caitlin, which was really fun. So, what did you think of it?
Well, I really appreciated it. I thought it was really fun, and I could tell, like Abdullah said, initially the kids were a little bit shy and maybe afraid to participate fully, but then once everyone started kind of moving, it was a little bit better, and then, I don't know, I think it's just good to kind of incorporate a lot of different things into our class every week, and this was a really cool thing for them to do. We hadn't really done something like this before, so I think if we ever were able to do it again, the kids would be even more active and involved. And
they trust the project, right? They know they're not gonna feel out of place. And Caitlin is so lovable and huggable, you know. Yeah. So I really look forward. And her experiences have been really great. And I'm just going to move over here for a second. So hang on just a second. So introduce yourself and what you do up here.
So my name is Hedi Arjumand, and I'm one of the teachers for the second and third graders, the 8-9-year-olds. And we have a great opportunity for our kids to come to watch Caitlin dance and show her moves. And we got there a little late, so we had 2 girls in the class today, and they were really, I thought they were really mesmerized, and they really liked it. I could tell that.
How old were they?
They're 8 to 9-year-olds.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
So I think the boys were kind of, you know, goofing around and a little more rambunctious, but and the girls were really mesmerized, and it was enjoyable to watch because Caitlin is so enthusiastic about it, and her enthusiasm is definitely contagious. So, it was great.
So we think that the little ones probably might like another session over the summer and have some more fun. But absolutely, okay.
I think so.
Well, I just really appreciate that we. I'm going to just move back over here for a second. So therefore, Caitlin, did you think that that when we work with our youth today, that we feel that it's really a good thing to bring the arts to the junior youth, because it just gives them something to release their energies into that is healthy.
Why I love it has kind of progressed over time. The one thing that has stayed constant is the expression of it. That has been the most important part, because especially as you're growing up, like it's hard. It's really hard growing up, and so you do get a lot of emotions, and you can't just keep it inside it. And that's why I love dance, because I can express my emotions. I can just like be happy and express how happy I am. I can be sad and cry and dance. And like if I'm angry, also
Yeah.
And so I feel like, and it's a healthy way to express those emotions because it's really hard to find outlets where you can like physically release like your energy and emotions, and this is like a safe place to do it. And I feel like it's so important.
Well, we just really appreciate, I think all of us, we really appreciate you coming all the way from Everett, which is, an hour away from here, so it's not exactly next door, right? And that you took the time, and I just want to thank you, and I want to thank everybody for sort of being with us here this morning.